Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and thank you for joining me today. We are going to be coming back to this new limited edition Society Papers collection from Jesse James Beads. I have some more from that collection. It's a large collection. It is, I think it might be 4 pages on their website. And if you go to limited edition, it's a tab just to the right of the shop tab. And the first one right now is Society Papers. And this is where you will find like this C or B seen garnet stone. These are beautiful. They are stunning. I really don't want to use them because they're that stunning, but we're going to use them in a project. I'm not sure if it's going to be this project or not. We're also going to be using, actually what we're going to be using in this project is I'm going to be making a bookmark, and we're going to use some of this ribbon, and this is the Gardens in Bloom ribbon, and it also comes with 4 clasps. And what we're going to do is we are going to double it up to make it 2-sided. And it's just, I need a bookmark, and that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this ribbon. I also have some simple curb chain. This is also from Jesse James Beads. They open up, and I don't know, I might use them for dangles. I am not sure yet. So we're just going to keep that out as a potential. And the star of the show is one of the new 3 Bead Strand Duos. This one is in Lady Kate. My last video, I used Lady Daphne. So I'll put the link to that video in the description, as well as my unboxing, because there is a 3rd Bead Strand Duo that I unboxed. So I am super, super stoked about using these, and I'm not super stoked about cutting into them, because if you've watched any of my videos, I would just assume take these strands and hang them up and just look at them. But no, we're going to make some stuff. And so this video, I'm only going to make 1 project. My last video, I think, were 3 projects. So, and it was a long video. It was like 40 minutes. So we're going to keep this one down to just 1 project, and then we'll come back and make more just to see how. I know that I want to make a bracelet using these with whatever I can find in between. And I might use them in this, I might use these in this particular project. Again, not so sure. All right, so the first thing I want to do is get all my stuff away. And I am going to take 2 of those ribbons. Now, I haven't done anything with the ribbon yet. And again, I might make it 1 strand or 1-sided, not sure. And we're going to go ahead and bust into these strands here. Again, not too excited about it, but I am. So, and again, if you don't want to cut into your strand, just head on over to Jesse James Beads. Do what I do. Buy a 2nd strand. All right, then let's do that. And we have these all done. These are just stunning. I am going to take away some scraps here. Well, let's just do this. I am going to take the small beads, and I guess I don't want them in the jar. I want them to where I could just grab them. Look at these gorgeous roses. Oh, so pretty. So I do know that I want one of those out. I do want one of these. And what you'll notice too is that they are side drilled and center drilled. There's 2 drills in there. And I might just I want a little something in between there though. I feel like I want a little something like that. And then I want, well, let's do it like this. Maybe we'll go like that with one of these little pearls. Oh, those pearls are pretty. So we'll have that. We need to bring in some purple too. So let's bring in some purple up here with, do we have a small, let's bring in like this and like that. And down here, I'm feeling like a little bit of this. Feeling a little bit of that. And it doesn't have to be too long. And we are actually going to wire wrap this directly onto the ribbon. So that's why I have this out. And the reason why is so that we can have some good stability. I do have some jump rings here just in case, but I believe I'm going to do this one first. And I am going to make a knotted head pin, and I'm looking at the bottom here, and I am just going to do something like that. These guys here, I'm going to save. I like using these as connectors. I've used the little small, there were some small silver ones in the Beetlejuice Magical Mystery Bead Box, and I've used those for connectors. I use them for connectors most of the time, unless I'm hoarding them for something else. But I'm going to do that, and I do have a strand of 22 gauge German style wire, and I am going to make a knotted head pin. And I know that I have a flush cut there because I just cut this. And I am going to make a knotted head pin by getting my round nose pliers right to the end. And I am just going to form around that barrel 2 times to where I get to the end. While I'm still connected on the round nose pliers, I'm going to go ahead and just bring this straight up. It's easier than doing that when you take it off. And then go ahead and take it off, and then we are going to pass this back through. And I'm only doing this because I have that long, I'm going to be making a long head pin. I don't have a head pin that's that long. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. Hope I'm not scraping it. Let's bring in my nylon jaw pliers. And this is where it can get interesting because sometimes I let go and everything goes flying. All right, so I'm just pulling, and I pulled and made that rosette, and I like to flatten it out. Again, I'm not sure if that's like technically correct, but that's what I do. So I'm gonna thread all this on, and I apologize if it sounds like I'm rushing. You know, we have a busy household, and when I hear that someone's gonna go take a shower or leave for the grocery store, I just run in here. So sometimes, like today, I was not prepared, but I will. You know what I might do? So now I guess I could have just, no, let's just go with the plan, and then we'll just see. We'll see if it's difficult or not. I kind of don't want it all dangling around. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Oh, getting back to when someone decides they're gonna go to like the grocery store or take a shower, I really jump on that and go, okay, I'm gonna go record. And sometimes I like to, like right now, I knew that I wanted to make a bookmark, but I just wasn't ready, but that's okay. All right. And that's what makes this awesome, is because then I didn't have to overthink it, because sometimes I just overthink things. And yeah, so I'm going to form that over the top barrel, release, rotate, push that to the back. I'm going to get that all nice and centered. And then I'm going to insert that into the link, or this is a clasp for the ribbon. And then I'm gonna bring in my chain nose pliers and stick my chain nose pliers just over that link. I'm gonna, over my wrap. Behind the link, you can't see it. Then I'm gonna start wrapping, and I'm gonna go around once, twice, and then a third time. And I do not want a bulky wrap, but at this point, if you wanted to go back up, then you can make yourself a bulky wrap. I don't want a bulky wrap because I don't want the focus to be on that wrap. I want it to be on the beads. If I can get this in here. There we go. Then I'm gonna come back in because I need to tuck in that end and get a good hold on that and get that tucked in. Okay. And if you have any adjustments to make, like I do, because it's not straight, up and down, there we go. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. Now the top side is going to be a little different. I think I'm going to make the top side, or this can be the top side too, but I think I'm going to make it 2 strands, and I'm going to use some of the little guys, but then also too, I think I'm going to grab a couple of large jump rings, put those on there. I think I'm going to use some of these. I'm saving the roses, by the way. I have one of those. Maybe not, because we're going to have all these, but we have these little spacers. So maybe that's 1 strand. Here's 1 strand. And then what can we do? We can do another strand. Oh, we can do it with this, like that. Okay. So now let's go ahead and we are going to make another knotted head pin. So let's get a good flush cut. I feel like I already did that. Okay. I feel like I did. Did I not? Well, when in doubt, cut. Okay. Now let's make our knotted head pin, which isn't really necessary for this side because I have head pins that will fit, but for the sake of consistency, we're gonna do that. Did I get that through both of them? Yep. Let's grab our nylon jaw pliers and push and pull. And I just did that, like I said, where I am too close to the end, and so then it falls off because I push and pull a little too much. The good thing was that I wasn't doing it towards my beading mat. I was doing it away, so it didn't, my beads didn't go flying. So let's do this. And I'm not doing this in any particular order. Well, I guess I am, because it's kind of, there. So I guess I am doing it in a particular order. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Isn't that pretty? Now for this one here, I want to go directly onto the clasp, but for the next one, I'm not. I'm way off there, but gotten recovered. And so this other one though is going to be a bit longer. and I will show you. Sometimes you have to open this up. I don't like using my fingers, but I just did. You can use your fingers or you can just open them up with your chain nose pliers. But I feel like sometimes I ruin the loop when I do that. Okay, so bringing it back in, lock that in place, and go around once, twice, 3 times, and I think I might have enough for that dangle. And I'll show you what I'm going to do, because it's going to be a little bit different. And okay, so now we have the other side. Okay, so there are my beads. Now for this side, I need to get, let's do, because I don't want to crowd that too much. So let's make our knotted head pin. Okay. Come in. I'm so excited about this because I've been wanting to make this. Oh no. Okay, let's get going. This one's going to be a tight fit, but we are going to make it work. It's part of the reason why I use 22 gauge. I mean, it is German style wire, but you can still kind of move it a little bit. I am going to have another special video. I have some happy mail coming to me from my friend and yours, Lois Becker. Now this is off a little bit. I can't. She is, the word is out that I like tassels. And she reached out to me about some tassels. And so I got some tassels from her. And she's going to put the rest of them on her, she has an eBay channel. She is a fellow JJBer. She is. Right, we're gonna rotate, push to the back, and go from there. We are going to lock that in place. I'm going to grab, wow, did I just do that? Not very much scraps, my friends. Out of all of that, because what I do is I have a large spool of this wire, and what I do is I just use like one wrap. And that is all the waste I have. If I would have made bulky wraps on those. Okay, and there's our wrap. There's our little wrap loop. Isn't he cute? Okay, let me grab, here's the scraps. Let me grab some big jump rings. I know I have some. And if you don't have them, you could just make them. But I think these will fit. Oh, come on. There you go. Just need 2. Maybe 3. Oh, actually, I can make the chain using this. And then I can save my chain. Okay. So we will put... maybe this guy on the bottom. Okay. I need to make sure these will fit. I don't know if they'll fit. I might need to, oh, haha, they do. Perfect. I have a very special project coming up where I use this little technique, and I kind of stumbled on it. And if it's been done before, I apologize. It's new to me, and it was one of those, have you ever had one of those like 1:30 in the morning moments? These jump rings are so good. Can't even see where the slit is. You can't feel it either. You just have to kind of almost kind of guess. Yep. So I am going to add one on one side and close it up. I know technically when you're doing a cluster, you will add them both, but I don't want it to be that clustered. Does that make sense? I think that's where it was, right there. Let's open it up, and when I open it, I just try to go a little slowly just because that was not where I thought it was, and I don't want to ruin the jump ring. And close this up. These close really well. Then, yep, I think I feel it right there because you cannot see it. Actually, yep, okay. Then I'm going to add this one to that top jump ring. Okay. And add it to the opposite side. So that I have a couple of little, I don't know, little rhinestone dangles. Okay, get that all nice and closed up. Then what I want to do is I'm going to use 2 more jump rings. So I pulled just the right amount of jump rings. I think that's where it's at. Because I want it to hang just a little bit more off from the ribbon cord or the ribbon end. Okay. And then these guys are almost too big. And then I just got another idea. Okay, I can't see where it's at, so I'm just going to start to, there it is. And what I do is I just kind of slowly open it up. And then let's get that put through there and closed up. And I don't think I have it closed very well. There. Okay, so here's the other side. So just a little bit of cluster. And, oh, let me go grab my book. So here's my book. And let's move a few things out of the way here. So I need it to be about like this. So I'm going to give it a trim. And I think I am just going to leave it one-sided because then I can use that. If you wanted to do it two-sided, you could just do this. And I'm sure that it would grab on. But if you wanted it two-sided, I don't know if doing it two-sided is a thing or not. Okay, let's put Dave Grohl away. And I'm gonna bring in my flat nose pliers that have been dipped in Tool Magic. And just insert, and if you want to add a dip of glue, you can, but I've been using these ribbon ends for quite some time and they are pretty secure, especially if you're just very gentle and patient when you are crimping down. So as you can see, I did one side at a time, then turned around and did a little bit more. Now, why do I want to use the Tool Magic on here? The Tool Magic makes it kind of rubberized, and you can see I've done a little bit of roughness to it, but you notice I didn't ruin the finish at all. So now let's take this second one, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a cleaner cut. I don't think I did too well the first time. Okay. And I'm not even sure if this is how you're supposed to do it, but this is what I want. Okay, so now I'm going to hold that in. I'm going to bring in the end and just get that lined up and go. And then I'm going to come over to this other side, keeping it all nice and even, and give it a crimp. I'm going to flip it over. I don't know if flipping it over does anything. It does for me. It helps me. And there we have our little, and then I still have 2 more ends, and I have enough for big, huge bookmark. So then now I can add this to here, and there we have it. I have a nice, gorgeous, pretty, and it's probably supposed to go like this, so I might have it backwards or whatever, but for me, this is what I want. This is cute. And then if when I put it on my bookshelf, it sits perfectly and nothing is in the way. This is gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. So go and jump on over to the Jessie James Beads website. I have a link in the description below. I also have a list of everything that I used in this video. And be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Comment. I love to see what everybody has to say. And subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.